Did the battery warning light come on while you're driving? Don't ignore it. It's not always a bad battery. Most of the time it means the charging system has a problem: alternator, voltage regulator, belt, wiring, or a fuse. Here's my quick, safe protocol to reach a shop without getting stranded. What the battery light really means. The battery light means the alternator is not supplying enough power to run the car and recharge the battery. If you keep driving on battery power alone, the battery will drain and the engine will eventually shut off. Practical translation: act now so you don't end up stuck. Remember, the battery light doesn't mean dead battery. It means charging problem. On the road, emergency protocol, 90 seconds. Stay calm and watch symptoms: dimming lights, hesitation, gauges dying, blower fans slowing down. Reduce electrical load. Turn off AC, rear defrost, chargers, audio, auxiliary lights. Keep essentials, low beams at night. Avoid long drives. Exit safely and head to a nearby shop. If you feel misfires or power dropping, pull over and shut it down. Better to lose 10 minutes than pay for an alternator plus a tow. Do not disconnect the battery with the engine running. Voltage spikes can damage electronics. Cut electrical load. Turn off everything that isn't essential and buy yourself precious minutes. Quick diagnosis with and without a multimeter. Without a multimeter, 2-minute visual checks. Serpentine/accessory belt. Broken, loose, glazed, or noisy. No belt equals no charging. Battery terminals and grounds. Clean and tight. No white or green corrosion. Main alternator fuse/mega fuse. Check the large fuse block in the engine bay. If it's blown, charging won't happen. With a multimeter, key numbers. Engine OFF, resting voltage. About 12.6 volts equals healthy. Between 12.2 and 12.3 volts equals low. Below 12.0 volts equals deeply discharged. Engine on, idle. Between 13.8 and 14.4 volts equals charging normally. Below 13.0 volts equals weak or no charging, alternator or regulator issue, belt slipping, poor ground, or a blown fuse. Above 15.0 volts equals regulator overcharging, danger to electronics, stop as soon as possible. Belt, terminals, alternator fuse. 3 checks that can save your day. Quick strategy to reach a shop and what not to do. To make it to the shop, drive in daylight if possible. At night, use the minimum safe lighting. Keep RPM low and take the shortest direct route. If you have a booster pack and must stop, keep it with you in case you need one last start. What not to do. Disconnect the battery while the engine is running. Bypass fuses or mega fuses with random wire. Hit the alternator to make it charge. Attempt a long highway trip with the warning light on, especially at night or in rain. What a shop should check: repair plan. Ask them to verify. Charging voltage. Healthy range is between 13.8 and 14.4 volts. And alternator ripple, diode health. Belt plus tensioner, proper tension, cracks, slip. Alternator mega fuse or main fuse and continuity of the B+ cable. Main grounds, battery to chassis, chassis to engine, and voltage drop. Alternator and regulator testing, bench test if needed. Battery condition, conductance, or load test. Don't replace the battery just to turn off the light if the alternator is the real fault. Quick fix decision tree. Are lights dimming or the engine hesitating? Pull over, shut off, and call for a tow. Everything feels stable, but the battery light is on. With a multimeter, between 13.8 and 14.4 volts, likely intermittent issue, belt, fuse, or ground. Go to a nearby shop. Below 13.0 volts, not charging. Short direct drive or tow. Above 15.0 volts, over voltage. Don't drive, tow. Without a multimeter, reduce load, check belt and terminals. If nothing obvious, take a short direct trip to a shop. Express checklist. Reduce electrical load. Check alternator belt condition. Clean and tighten terminals and grounds. Check alternator fuse or mega fuse. Measure voltage with engine off and engine on, if possible. Short trip to a shop or tow if symptoms appear. Frequently asked questions. How far can I drive with the battery light on? Only what's necessary, short distance. If there's no hesitation or dimming. If symptoms appear, stop and tow. At night or in rain, your margin is much smaller. Will replacing the battery turn the light off? Not if the charging system is the problem: alternator, regulator, belt, or fuse. It can come back on within minutes. What voltage should I see with the engine running? Normally between 13.8 and 14.4 volts. Below 13.0 volts usually means weak or no charging. Above 15.0 volts usually points to a regulator failure. Can I disconnect the battery while running to test the alternator? No. That can create voltage spikes and damage the ECU and modules. Use a multimeter, no risky tests. Does a booster help me keep driving? It helps you restart if you shut off, but it does not fix charging. Use it only to get to a shop. What if the light comes on and off? Usually an intermittent fault, belt slip, loose ground, worn brushes, or failing diodes. Check it soon. Conclusion. If the battery light comes on, think charging system problem. Reduce electrical load, check belt, terminals, and the alternator fuse, measure voltages if you can, and take the shortest route to a shop. Don't ignore it or try dangerous tricks. A proper diagnosis of the alternator, regulator, and grounds prevents you from getting stranded and protects your electronics. Without further ado, I hope this video has been useful to you and you can solve your problem. See you in a next video. Bye-bye.